Good morning! Welcome to English lesson number 3. Yesterday we read this story and we wrote about all the wonderful jobs that Bob did as the man on the moon. Today you're going to have a think about what items you would bring to the moon if you were going there. So have a talk maybe with somebody in your house. What would you take to the moon? You might want to give this video a pause so that you can think of some ideas. Would you take a camera so that you could take photos of all the amazing things that you saw in space? I know that if I was going to space, I'd definitely take a camera because there's probably so much to see there. And imagine if you saw some aliens. You'd want to take photos of those so that people believed you that they were even there. What clothes would you need to wear on the moon? What would you bring? Would you bring clothes that would keep you warm? Or I wonder if it's hot on the moon. Maybe you could find out. And what food would you take to eat? You'd have to be careful with what food you brought with you. Remember, it's a really bumpy ride up to the moon, so you don't want to bring any food that's going to get squashed, like sandwiches. I think I would take lots of tins because I know that they don't get squashed. There are some ideas that we can share here as well. This person said, I would take a helmet to wear in case it is a really bumpy ride to the moon. I would take lots of tins of soup because they last a long time and would not get squashed. Oh, this is a good one. I would take a first aid kit and medicine in case I hurt myself. And this last one says, I would take a torch because it might be dark on the moon. You're now going to pack a suitcase to take to the moon using this piece of paper. Here is your piece of paper for today. Down here, you're going to write a list of things that you would take to the moon. When you finish writing your list and you've checked all your words, you can then draw some of the things that you're going to take in your suitcase. If you don't want to draw, I've also made a sheet for you. There's some really good ideas on this sheet too. Cut these out and put them in your suitcase. Remember, you don't have to have all of these things. You might only have a few. I'm going to model this activity now and then you can get started. I know what I'm going to take. A pen and paper. Pen and paper so that I can record all of my ideas when I get to the moon. Look how I've made sure that my letter P is sitting on the line and my D is nice and tall. Oh, what fun. Time to do some cutting and sticking. My priorities are completely not straight because the first thing I'm looking at is the camera. I'm going to pop the camera in my suitcase. I'm going to cut it out really carefully. And it's actually on my list too. It's one of the first things on my list, so I'm going to put that one in first. Cut it out really nice and carefully. Use your glue. There we go. And then here is my suitcase. Here's my suitcase. Popping it in right there. You might want to draw your pictures and that's okay too. Definitely looking forward to seeing your finished work and to see what you would take to the moon too. Enjoy everyone, see you soon.